Welcome to Orrefors. Our glassworks is located in the deep forest in coastal Sweden. At the glassworks, skilled craftsmen work together with some of Sweden's leading designers to continuously develop, design, and craft timeless and elegant glass. This is also the place where we produce the handmade crystal gear ship exclusively for Volvo cars.
Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Evelina Hultbrant and I work as a special project leader here in Orrefors Sweden. And this is my colleague Remco.
Hi Evelina. I'm Remco Snoec. I'm the export manager for Auraforce worldwide. So any questions for Auraforce sales in your beautiful country, contact me.
Yes. And we will show you today how we in the darkest forest in Småland make the finest glass in the world. Orrefors Sweden is the largest glass group and it has a history dating back to 1742. We develop, produce and sell high quality glass and for both private and public use. Together with our designs, artists and craftsmen, we help bring more beauty into people's lives. Our aim is to be among the world's most desirable crystal in the world. We are a company with around 160 employees. And here's a little bit of fact of Sweden. Sweden has an area about 450,000 square kilometers, and 53% of those are forest. We are the third largest country in Western Europe, and our capital is Stockholm. The population is around 10.4 million people, and if you want to buy glass in Sweden, you have to buy them with the Swedish krona. We have the parliament, the Riksdag, with 349 members in one chamber.
There's a little bit of history about Auraforce. Auraforce was founded in 1898 in a small town in the area where we are now called Orrefors. They started making glass because they had a lot of wood and they had a lot of furnaces and they have a lot of workers. So they started to fire the furnaces and they started to make glass. And it turned out to be very high quality glass. We made bottles, normal bottles and other houseware things. And in 1916, Simon Gate in English, but Simon Gate in Swedish, joined Orrefors as the first designer. From that moment on, we started to make art glass and design glass and more special glass instead of only utility glass. We even ended up to be one of the exhibitors on the 1925 international exhibition in Paris. In 1990, Orrefors, after a long history and competition with Costa Boda, they merged and they became the largest glass company in this area in Sweden, the south of Sweden, Småland. Our vision is we want to be admired for timeless and elegant crystal glass. Orrefors stands for quality. It's timeless and contemporary. It's dynamic. It fits in every house. It's confident. It shows your identity, and it's really Scandinavian. It's a very safe gift if you want to overwhelm somebody with nice presents. Orrefors is the gift. Yeah, Orrefors culture is based on craftsmanship, the cooperation between the craftsmen who work in the hot shop and the designers. So we only work with designed products. So there's nothing we just take from the shelf. We have a designer with a story and a thought behind the product, and then our craftsmen make it. So we work with several very well-known Scandinavian designers, and maybe in the future we have some other countries' designers too. We've been designing this crystal art glass since 1898, and then with Simon Gate. Orrefors is culture. It's a real Scandinavian culture. It's something which resembles the Swedish, the Scandinavian look and feel in every home. And we want a sustainable relationship with the customer. We want the customers to feel safe with our products. So then we have our export markets. We export all over the world, but the main markets as today are the USA, Australia, of course the Nordics, Sweden, Finland, Norway and Denmark, which are our home countries. But of course also Germany, the United Kingdom. We're very big in Greece with our own shops. And we are growing in the Chinese market, and all of the Asian markets are growing and expanding with Orrefors. We work with superb quality. We have very skilled craftsmen here in our premises in Costa, who work the finest glass, and most of our mouth-blown glasses are the superb quality and the highest technique.
And here is a picture of our beautiful crown princess. And actually the wedding gift for the crown princess Victoria and her husband Daniel Westling by the Swedish government on behalf of the Swedish people was glassware designed by Erika Lagerbielke, and of course it was made here in Kosta. And the result is divine. The set, which carries the mirror monogram of the royal couple, consists of champagne cups, red wine, white wine, dessert wine, and water glasses. And maybe you know that here in Sweden we have the Nobel Prize every year, but maybe what you don't know is that it's Gunnar Sjögren designed the Nobel series, and since then they have celebrated and raised glasses in toast at the banquet in Stockholm City Hall ever since then. The series has been prized for its elegance, and actually the gold color is handmade here in Kosta, and it's real gold.
Then we have the collaboration between Volvo and Oroforce. It started out with a visit of Volvo to Oroforce, and they want the prestige object in the car. But then glass is very specific. It's cars and Volvo are safety, but glass can be dangerous. So it has to be a very safe accessory in your car. And then we designed together with Volvo the very luxurious and prestigious crystal gear shifter, which is handmade here in our premises in Costa. Then we also make other things with Orrefors. So we make crystal bars. Here we have the design by Lena Bergström, the reception disc of the Clarion Post Hotel in the middle of Göteborg. The shining and the glintering of the crystals with the lightning makes it very special and a pearl for the eye to look at it. So both the desk and the lighting above is made by Orrefors.
Very beautiful.
And then we have in Costa, we have our crystal bar in the Costa Bode Art Hotel. So whenever you come to Sweden, please do not hesitate to visit us in our lovely, beautiful art hotel, which has a very blue crystal bar, which is a delight to the eye and to experience it, especially in the evening when it's dark outside and you're sitting underwater in the bar and it's all blue and with lots of arts and details. It's a delight to be there and enjoy drinks and food. It's a one-time-in-a-life experience. So please come.
Welcome.
Then we have our main attraction in Costa Boda, our other brand, is Bertil Wallin. As today, he's 83 years old and he's still working. A couple of years ago, we made the $1 million boat, which is called officially the Passage. It's a 3 meters long crystal vessel with a long story inside and on the outside. And it was sold for nearly $1 million boat, $1 million. That's why it's called the $1 million boat. And now it shows at the Flint Museum in Michigan. It's a delight for the eye, and it's a really a top-notch work of Bertil Wallin.
And actually, Orrefors Costa Boda is a part of New Wave Group. It was founded in 1990 and has over 60 brands. 2,500 employees, and the head office is in Gothenburg, Sweden. Thank you very, very much for listening to us. I hope you have learned a lot of new things. I bet you want to learn more about the Volvo gear shift, so you don't have to wait any longer. Here's my colleague and friend, Lars Sjögren.
Come in, Lars.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. My name is Lars Sjögren. I work as a key account manager against Volvo. I have worked with Volvo since 2014. We started to develop a gear shifter in crystal. So after 3 years, we were finished with the first knobs, and Volvo introduced it in XC90. And after that, we have developed 2 others crystal knobs, one for XC40 and a new one for XC90 and XC60 also. Now I want to show you a film from our hot shop, how we produce the crystal knobs.
The process to create the handmade crystal gear shifts by Auraforce for Volvo takes place in the hot shops at Costa Glassworks Sweden, the heart of our business. The first step in the process is to mix raw materials with overspill of crystal glass, which is a waste from previous production. The melting time is approximately 16 hours with a temperature of 1,420 degrees Celsius. The next step is to gather the molten glass on the blowing iron. It is important for the blowing iron to slightly cool from the furnace's high heat temperature of 1,180 degrees Celsius. The hot glass is then placed in the mold and kept steady until it takes shape of the crystal eye. After the crystal eye is cooled down, it is polished by using a burner at the very high temperature of 1,700 degrees Celsius. The crystal eye is left to cool again. At this point, the glass is put through a heat treatment process called annealing. The process is to cool the crystal to room temperature to reduce the hardness, increase ductility, and help eliminate internal stress. This takes 5 hours. Now it is time for the products to go through quality inspection. After this step, there is cutting and grinding done to the bottom of the crystal eye. We then add the Orrefors logo by using a 3D laser. The very last step is a final quality control of the product before delivering it to Volvo cars. The crystal eye decorates the gear shift as an optional feature in the new Volvo XC90 and S90.
Okay, now you have seen the film from our hot plant. I have also got some questions from you. One question are if crystal always are clear. Yes, we produce mostly clear crystals in Orrefors. And we also produce lead-free crystal. We have produced lead-free crystal since 2004, so almost more than 15 years we have produced lead-free crystal. I have also a second question from you. How do you clean the crystal knobs in the car? And that's a very simple. Take a soft material like a towel and clear it very sensitive. Then you have a shiny crystal knobs in your car. Now I hand over to my colleague, our export manager, Remco.
Hello, welcome back. Thank you, Lars, for your great explanation of the Orrefors crystal gear shifter you can use for your Volvo. I was asked to explain a little bit more about other products we make from Orrefors, which we have made specially for Volvo, but also the other products we sell in all the markets we have all over the world. We have some new introductions, some products which are top sellers for over the years, but they are all great gifts for your customer, for your wife, for your business relation, or for your husband, whatever. But for Orrefors is a safe gift, and it matches your Volvo, it matches Swedish quality and design you also have with your Volvo. The first item I want to show you, and you've probably already seen it because it has been sold and it has been in your showrooms. It's a Sjögren. Sjögren is designed by Lena Bergström. It was designed specially together with the Volvo design team to be an exclusive gift for all the Volvo dealers in the world. So we have the beautiful bowl of Sjögren, which is cut crystal with a special shape. And Sjögren is also really a Volvo name. And then we have in the Sjögren series, we have the bowl, a small bowl with the lid, the birch tree lid from the forest in Costa. We have a city stopper, and we have a beautiful votive light. It's a really northern light where you can put a little candle on, and it's beautiful. So that's the Sjögren series we have. And then on the next, our designer Lena Bergström has been working for Orrefors for over 25 years now. She has been the designer of many successful series in Orrefors, and one of her modern classic, modern romantic is the Karat series. Karat exists of vases, bowls, votive lights, candlesticks, plates. It's really a very broad series, and the glint string of the Northern Light, and it's really traditional Scandinavian, and it's beautiful. So we have the bowl, which is in 3 sizes. This is the medium one, and then we have a very big one, which is in the new series you see in the picture, and then we have the 2 vases, which are like yin yang. They have half-cut, hand-cut crystal from Orrefors, really beautiful, by Lena Bergström. And then we have the candlestick, and then the candlestick with a silver head and a brass. We can also sell them in brass in different heights, and you see them in the picture now, with the photo stands and the plates and the smaller bowls. So the Lena Bergström Karat is a success story all over the world. Lena also designed Pluto. Pluto is a candle holder and it reminds her of Pluto of the planet. The Pluto series, there's 3 candle holders, one in blue, one in clear and one in brown. And then we have the 2 handmade in Costa Pluto vases where you can put a flower in or it's just like a centerpiece on your table. The one is in clear glass with platinum, hand-painted platinum on top, and the other one is forest, like the forest in Småland. The forest we have here all around, the green and the brown and the platinum on the top. Hand-painted, handmade, mouth-blown here in Costa, Sweden. And then from Lena Bergström, we have the O-time, Orrefors time. Of course, you don't need a watch when you have a Volvo, because you have a really good clock in your car. But when you're outside your car, it's always nice to boast and show off with your beautiful Orrefors watch. The watch has a facet which is cut in a different angle, and it has no numbers on the plate. And the leather, there's 5 colors of leather, which is natural leather from the north of Sweden. They come in a very nice gift box. Always good to have it. Have a beautiful O-time Orrefors watch and be on time for your next service of your car, maybe. Then we have the cut-in numbers from Ingegerd Roman. Ingegerd Roman is one of the leading artists in Sweden, designers. She's been a designer for many years. And she's recently come back to Orrefors and made a really beautiful series in vases, bowls, a small bowl, a bit larger vase and a real flower vase. It's called cut-in numbers. One is in stripes, as you see in the picture, it's with stripes, and the other one is with checkered. This series, cut-in numbers, comes in 2 shapes and 3 shapes and 2 formats. One is striped and one is checkered. And here's Ingrid herself. The grand old lady is still working very much from home and she adores this series. Ingrid also made Lumière, which is a very elegant candlestick. It comes in a package of 2 and is very sophisticated Orrefors, very contemporary, stylish, simple design. Ingrid Roman also made Pond. Pond is a set of plates, glass plates, crystal glass plates in grey. They're made in. They're made to be as a set, or you can buy them separately. But as a set, it resembles the rings when you throw a stone in the pond. If you throw a stone, you get the rings, and then you see it on the plate. It's a beautiful set of plates you can use either to have on your side table or on your table, or use it for lovely dinner parties. Then Ann Nielsen. She's one of the designers we have been working very much for Orrefors. She designed really contemporary, really Scandinavian, and she made a beautiful candlestick series. Comes in 2 sizes and the same shape, but it's really contemporary and it's modern, it's stylish, and it gives the real Scandinavian look and feel to every home. Then we have the clown glasses from Ann Nielsen. Ann Nielsen made them in the 90s with a lot of colors, and they were really clownesque. And now we made them with gold paint, hand painted 24 karat gold. So it's a beautiful gift. They come in a gift set with 2, and it's the perfect present you take home after you picked up your car and you celebrate your new Volvo with these clown glasses in gold. Ann Nielsen also made a lot of candlesticks. So we see on the picture, this is Celeste. It comes in 4 shapes, 4 sizes, and it's really contemporary Scandinavian Nielsen. Nielsen is also responsible for Raspberry, which is a design we have been very successful with. It comes with bowls and votives and vases, and the color, the light in the glass makes it shiny and sparkling, and it's beauty to the eye. So it matches every home, every showroom, or every business. We talked about earlier about Sjögren, who did the Nobel series. Nobel is still used as today, with a wine glass, a white wine glass, a red wine glass, and a water glass, and a cocktail glass. The only glass which was meant to be in the Nobel series was the Snaps Devil. Snaps is a little bit of stark spirits, which is very common in the Nordic countries to use before your dinner. It's good for your appetite. But then again, they decided they didn't want to have strong spirits on a Nobel banquet. So they went never into the banquet. But we have designed them. We have been making them for many, many years already. In every year we came with a different variant. So it's like a collector's item now. They're hand painted here in Costa, and the gold is 24 karat gold. And now we even made it in a champagne version, in a nice gift box. And it's a Snaps Devil, sparkling devil. So it's a sparkling devil in English. Hand painted, handmade, mouth blown here in Costa, in Sweden, with a very beautiful gift packaging. And Sjögren is also responsible for Sofiro. Sofiro is a series which is heavy crystal glass, and it has been in the catalog for many, many years. It's typical for Orrefors, heavy cut crystal in vases and bowls, and it's really heavy. Hand cut and made here in Sweden, designed in Sweden, and we have carrots, we have also decanters and whiskey glasses which you can combine it with. Sofiro is a classic for Orrefors. So I've shown you some products. We have many, many more products we can show you, but then we don't have time for that. But please check us on orrefors.com, so you can see the full catalog. You can see everything you want. If you want to find a place where you can buy it, or you want to be a reseller, or you want to buy it via your Volvo shop, if any question, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you for your attention, and have a beautiful evening. Thank you.
Me, Lars and Remco want to thank you all for listening to us today. We want to end by wishing you a nice day, but if you can't get enough of Orrefors, you can stay and watch a movie, how we produce the world-famous glass. But for this time, stay safe, goodbye, and I hope to hear from you soon again.
Ser du träden för all skog, det vackraste av moder jord, njuter av var dag som den sista. Ser du glaset som halvfullt, oberörd utav tumult, motgångar de tänder en gnista. Natten har dess blåa stunder, kom mirakel, kom ett under, vägen blir diffus i månens ljus. Men så känner du hur elden börjar spira djupt i själen. Varför väntar du? Lev här och nu. Tiden den springer på.